Gandharvika Giridhari Shishi Radha Vinod Bihari Ju ki jai. Shri Govinda Gopinath Maran Mohan Ju ki jai. Nitya-līlā-praviṣṭa viṣṇupāda Acyutānanda Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswāmī Mahārāja Śrīla Gurudeva ki jai. Nitya-līlā-praviṣṭa viṣṇupāda Acyutānanda Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Vaman Goswāmī Mahārāja ki jai. Nitya-līlā-praviṣṭa viṣṇupāda Acyutānanda Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai. Nitya-līlā-praviṣṭa viṣṇupāda Acyutānanda Shishimar Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswāmī Mahārāja ki jai. Nitya-līlā-praviṣṭa viṣṇupāda Acyutānanda Shishimar Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswāmī Prabhupada ki jai. All the associates of Śrīla Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswāmī Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Nitya-līlā-praviṣṭa Mahā-bhagavat Śrīla Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj ki jai. Nitya-līlā-praviṣṭa viṣṇupāda Śrīla Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki jai. Nitya-līlā-praviṣṭa Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Śrīla Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki jai. Shri Rupa Nuga Guru Varga ki jai. Jai Nitya-līlā-praviṣṭa viṣṇupāda Acyutānanda Shishimar Śrīla Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswāmī Mahārāja ki jai. Nitya-līlā-praviṣṭa viṣṇupāda Acyutānanda Shishimar Śrīla Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī Mahārāja ki jai. Tadiya Shubha Tirobhav Titi ki jai. Jai Nitya-līlā-praviṣṭa viṣṇupāda Acyutānanda Shishimar Śrīla Bhakti Dait Madhav Goswāmī Mahārāja ki jai. Nitya-līlā-praviṣṭa viṣṇupāda Acyutānanda Shishimar Śrīla Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswāmī Mahārāja ki jai. Nitya-līlā-praviṣṭa viṣṇupāda Acyutānanda Shishimar Śrīla Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswāmī Mahārāja ki jai. Swaparshad Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Śrīla Baladev Vijibhushan Prabhu ki jai. Śrīla Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur ki jai. Shri Narottam Srinivas Shamananda Prabhu Trai ki jai. Śrīla Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswāmī Pada ki jai. Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jeev Gopal Bhattadasa Raghunath Shar Goswāmī Prabhu ki jai. Shri Swarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda ki jai. Naam Acharya Śrīla Haridas Thakur ki jai. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shri Kshetra Mandala Gaura Mandala Vraja Mandala Mathura Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Sarva Abhishta Pradata Giriraj Maharaj ki jai. Shri Radha Kunda Shama Kunda ki jai. Shri Yamuna Devi Ganga Devi ki jai. Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi ki jai. Shri Bhakti Devi ki jai. Shri Purnamasi Yogamaya ki jai. Shri Gopeshwar Mahadev ki jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. All the festivals going on all over the world for the disappearance day of Śrīla Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī Mahārāja ki jai. All of his God brothers, all of his disciples, all of his followers, and anybody who holds him in esteem ki jai. Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Samagata Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranams, everybody. Thank you so much for joining this one. We're very fortunate to be, well, we have with us the legendary Acyutānanda Prabhu, and also Śrīla Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī Mahārāja's disciple, Sundar Gopāl Prabhu. So they will both offer their pushpanjalis at the lotus feet of Śrīla Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī Mahārāja. But before we begin that, I think it would be nice if we could all recite Śrīla Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī Mahārāja's pranam mantra together. So I'm going to share my screen, and then, yeah, we'll do that first. Okay. This is from the Chaitanya Gaudiya Math songbook. I just found it right before this session started. Okay. So, Śrīla Tīrtha Gosvāmī Mahārāja pranam. Namo Om viṣṇupādaya Shri Gaura Priyamurtaye Śrīmate Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī Namine. Mayavada Vikhandanam Gurorvanyanukirtanam Paschateshopadeshakam Prasanna Vadanam Sada Shuddha Bhakti Pravahakam Shuddha Bhakti Bhagiratham Bhakti Daita Madhava Bhinnatanum Namamyaham Nama Sankirtanamrita Rasa Swada Vidayakam Krishnam Naya Kripa Murtim Acharyam Tam Namamyaham Gaura Nama Pracharadram Bhakta Sevanukangshinam Satirtha Priti Sarbhavam Nomi Tirtha Mahashayam. I'm just doing it in the order of the songbook, Shri Mahajan Gitavali. So, Agyana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Nama Shreshtam Manumapi Sachi Putramatra Sarupam Rupam Tasyagrajam Urupurim Maturim Goshtavatim Radha Kundam Girivaramaho Radhika Madhavasham Prapto Yasya Pratita Kripaya Shri Gurung Tang Natosmi. Now we'll do the pranam mantras for Śrīla Bhakti Madhava Gosvāmī Mahārāja. Namo Om viṣṇupādaya Rūpanuga Priyaya Cha Śrīmate Bhakti Madhava Swami Namine Krishna Bhinna Prakasha Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Kshama Gunavataraya Gurave Prabhave Namaha Satirtha Priti Sadharma Guru Priti Pradarshine Isho Dhyana Prabhavasya Prakasha Kayate Namaha Shri Kshetre Prabhupadasya Sthanodhara Sukirtaye Saraswata Ganananda Samvardhanayate Namaha Śrīla Madhava Gosvāmī Śrīla Madhava this is the Śrīla Madhava Gosvāmī Mahārāja Vandana. That's the title. Okay. Sudirgam Svarnavarnangam Devyavayavya Sundaram Tridandi Veshadrik Somyam Sarva Bharata Sancharam Navadvipe Tata Same Vraje Pancha Nadantrayo Stapayantam Matam Gora Radha Krishnarchanojvalam Purvavirbhava Pitetu Shri Kshetre Purushottame Devya Mandira Nirmana Seva Prakatakarakam Sarvatra Sadhu Sangheshu Sajaneshu Tatha Guru Vani Vaibhava Vistara Sadachara Pravartakam Shishye Shesha Kripa Sindhum Pritimantam Satirtake Guror Abhishta Yagyeshu Tutsargi Krita Jivanam Shri Bhakti Dait what's this? Okay. Shri Bhakti Daitam Nama Charya Varyam Jagar Gurum Vande Shri Madhavam Deva Goswami Pravaram Prabhu. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Namaha Vrindaya Tulsi Devaya Priyaya Keshavasya cha Krishna Bhakti Pradevi Sattvatai Namo Namaha Bhaja Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jayo. Beautiful. So we are very fortunate. Dandavat pranams, first of all. Dandavat pranams to Acyutānanda Prabhu and Nari Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarini Mataji. There's so many devotees with us right now. Over 20 devotees on YouTube and Facebook and here on Zoom. So pranams to all the devotees joining. We're all very blessed to have with us Śrīpāda Acyutānanda Prabhu, who was, I mean, he doesn't need any introduction. I think everybody knows who he is, but one of the very senior, one of the first disciples of Śrīla Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, one of the very early disciples of Śrīla Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who had darshan of all of these god brothers of Śrīla Prabhupada. He had darshan of Śrīla Bhakti Brighan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, of Śrīla Bhakti Dayit Madhav Goswami Maharaj, of so many different acharyas like one of the few Westerners who's had darshan of so many of these acharyas. So we're very lucky to be able to hear his Pushpanjali to the feet of Śrīla Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Goswami Maharaj. And then after he offers his glorification, then Sundar Gopāl Prabhu will offer his glorification of his Gurudev. And then if there's any time left over, we will read from this book, Sweet, Sweeter, and Sweetest. And then we can sing some kirtans. We can sing Je Anilo Prema-dhana, Radha Kunda Tata, Jai Dao, and then we'll end our program for today. But yeah, it's very kind of Acyutānanda Prabhu to join us tonight, even though it's very late there in Alachua, right? You're in Alachua there. But he's very kindly agreed. So, all right, Prabhu, I'm going to hand it over to you. Haribol.
Sadhu Sanghe, Sarva Shastra Koi, Labhamatra Sadhu Sanghe, Sarva Siddhyo. I came to India in 1967. And the train from Delhi to Mathura, it was Hayagriva in New York who said, when you get off the train in Mathura, you just say you want to go to the Gaudiya Math. Just keep saying Gaudiya Math. So I arrived in Mathura. It was rainy season in September, and the water came right up to the train tracks. So the train, it looked like a train crossing an ocean, and it went about 10 miles an hour. So it took about 5 hours to get from Delhi to Mathura. I get off at Mathura, and there's 15 rickshaw wallahs screaming at me, and I just said, Gaudiya Math, Gaudiya Math. And one of them, I know Gaudiya Math. They took me to Keshav Gaudiya Math, which has been rebuilt. Does anyone know?
Sorry, yes, it is I think it's actually mostly rebuilt. I haven't seen it recently, but yeah, it's rebuilt.
Madhav Maharaj has done that for a few years now. So I get there and I come to Keshav Gaudiya Math and I go up to upstairs. Has everybody been there? Keshav Maharaj registered that building. In India, not everything for religious purposes is tax exempt. Property is not tax exempt. But Keshav Maharaj established that temple mud as a dharmshala, a guest house. So when the tax people came, they said, you haven't paid taxes. Well, this is a guest house. Well, who are all these brahmacharis here? They're my guests. They can stay as long as they want. So he didn't have to pay tax. Śrīla Bhakti Swami took sannyas there. And so I go up to the upper floor, and I see for the first time, and we calculated, he was 47-year-old Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Maharaj. And right then, I got some cured of the Kanishta of Vapu. Okay, Bhakti Vedanta, it's got neck beads, it's got tilak, it's got beads. So a whole different form, same Vani. And right away, Narayan Maharaj says, you will make tilak. Because he wanted to see if we knew anything. He said, yes, I need the mirror though. And then he said, we will go and see Guru Maharaj now. I didn't know what Guru Maharaj meant. So we go through the temple to the back room. This is the last year of Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Maharaj's life. And he was lying in bed. He was ill at that time. He was going to pass away in the next year. And yet he, so we're sitting down, he was on his bed, and he rose up, and he was huge. And I remember his shaved head came up like a rising full moon. And he looked down at me and said, there are two kinds of sound, material sound and Vaikuntha sounds. When we make material sounds, we get material things. When we make Vaikuntha sounds, we get Vaikuntha things. Then he spoke a little more with Narayan Maharaj, gives me an elbow, and we come away, and he had to rest again. Then I went on, later on, there's more details, but our Prabhupada, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, in a formal letter of introduction to Sridhar Maharaj and to another devotee who didn't go, to that I should go and take Shiksha Guru from Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj. And I was there a year. And then Sridhar Maharaj became very ill. He was always very ill. He did, after a few months there, I wrote an article that came to Back to Godhead, was called The Descent of the Holy Name. That was there. And so Sridhar Maharaj once said, you wrote some article? You know his voice? Have you heard his voice? It was a whisper, but it was like thunder. Right? You wrote some article? I said, yes, from what we heard. And it was printed in the Back to Godhead, and also somebody read it on the American radio. And he melted because he was always so sickly. He never could go to America or to Europe, England, and he would have been dynamite. He would have put them all to shame. He would have knocked out Bertrand Russell like nothing, big atheist. He would have been basic. So he felt always Prabhupada was his last hope. In 65, before ISKCON or anything, our Prabhupada wrote to Sridhar Maharaj, I don't think I can get anything done here. The people are rude and they're dirty and they're disrespectful. And Sridhar Maharaj wrote back to him, start a mission in America or die there. So when he heard that my article came out on the radio, he said, very happy. And now I gave him some presence in the West. Then he became very more ill, and he said, why don't you go to Calcutta and stay with Madhav Maharaj? Again, formal, very formal letters of introduction, both. And I came up to see Bhakti Maharaj, and he was also huge. And if he was at the end of the hall, he was in your face. And he never blinked. Now, the symptom of a demigod also. The other symptom of a demigod is their feet don't touch the floor. His feet touch the floor. And if you go there, you'll see still he had his paduka was a wooden foot shape with a bicycle inner tube, red rubber bicycle inner tube. They look very nice. And every year somebody would bring him deerskin slippers, which he never wore. You know. So he looked over at my, he wanted to see my passport and other papers that I got from the Indian CID Police Central Intelligence Department that I had 1 year. And he must have been reading the, you know, color of hair, color of eyes, and height. And he looked at it and said, "I'm longer than you." So, do you take rice or roti? I said, "That both, you know." "I like you. You can stay." So we stayed there, and then on that floor was rooms for Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha. Now, really, I must say to everybody, Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Maharaj, when I was there, this is 1969, 70, I was there about 2 years. He was not very active at that time. It was Madhav Maharaj, and I traveled with Bhakti Bharati Maharaj, who was in charge of the construction. So we went back and forth from Calcutta to Navadvip, bringing things and ordering things, cement and sand and bricks and wood, and then we would also take back anything that was growing, vegetables, back to the Calcutta, because Madharaj was mostly in Assam. There was very little money. We got a lot, about this much milk every day. So it was pretty hard. But everything was very, very, very clean and very, very strict, especially Chaturmasya. We performed Chaturmasya. I did it twice when I was there, and that was kept very, very careful. I did 2 Navadvip parikramas with him, and I'm going to talk more about Madhav Maharaj, but have you, those of you who have done Navadvip parikrama, far away, I forget the dweep name, but there's a Nrsimha temple, which might have been there since the Satyayuga. Just a small stone temple and a flat platform stone. And we finally got there. It was a hard. I walked next to Bhakti Bharati Maharaj, and we would walk next to Bhakti Puri Maharaj. What is his title?
Śrīla Bhakti Puri Gosvāmī Mahārāja.
No, Bhakti Puri, because we thought he was old, and he lived to 102. See, so we walked with him. Finally, we get to the Nrsimha temple, and I walked across the stone platform, came back, my feet were almost burnt, baking sun. Finally, Madhav Maharaj comes, and he starts kirtan, and he starts to dance on that hot, and I yell out, "Joel, water!" And somebody gave me a lota or something, and I put it on his feet, and he tapped. Then 2 brahmacharis came with buckets, and they cooled off then. Later that night, brahmachari comes up to the upper room where I was, and we were all sleeping flat across, 20 of us, and he had a bucket of hot water for my feet. So I gave him cold water for his feet, and he gave me hot water for my feet. So I got that going for me. the Secretary of Labor, Assistant Secretary of Labor, something Ghosh, took me on and was giving me programs all over Calcutta and North Calcutta, where there were many Vaishnavas and a lot of, and in Calcutta, maybe now still, everybody had a Ramakrishna picture on the thing, and I never wanted to sit under that. But he arranged, Mr. Ghosh arranged a very big program. And I said, this is too big for me. So I brought Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Mahārāja, who, like I said, I didn't know too much. He spoke for 2 hours on Bhagavatam. So that went on there. Another time there was, I'll tell you, I don't know if I can do this on the Zoom here, but you have to pretend. One time I was walking by his Bhakti Madhavar's room, and 4 very wealthy ladies were walking into his room. Sannyasi cannot sit alone with women. So Acyutānanda, come sit behind me. And it was like, hey kid, sit here and learn something. Madhu Maharaj was the biggest collector during Bhaktisiddhanta's time. People once said, why don't we send Madhu Maharaj to the West? He said, well, then who will maintain the mutt? That's how. So he knew it. And he and our Prabhupada, when he was Abhay Charanaravinda Das Adhikar, they would go around and collect. And Maharaj was very effective. So these 4 ladies come into, and I'm sitting just to the side of Madhu Maharaj. These ladies were the wives of the grain kings of Bengal. So they came to offer আপনার পরিক্রমা হবে, নবদ্বীপ পরিক্রমা হবে, তো আমার চিনি, dal, about rice and sugar and dal and flour. কত লাগবে? How much do you need? We've come to donate grains and sugar. How much dal do you need? And Madhu Maharaj says to the first lady, the dal lady, 10 mon. Very easy, and that is a sales technique. You ask for something big, very casual. 10 mon. A mond is 200 pounds, so he's asking for 2,000 pounds of dal. And she choked. My husband won't permit me to get. How much can you give? And she says, 5 months. Now, he just turns to the sugar lady. Doesn't say anything. She says, 5 months. He turns to the atta, flour, wheat flour lady. 5 months. Turns to the chini, the sugar lady. And she says, 6 months. 6 months. Now, he just looks back to the flour lady, and she says 6 months. And he looks to the other lady, the rice lady, 6 months. The dal lady held out at 5 months, but he raised about 10,000 pounds of grains and sugar that with a look. Okay. So that's how it's done. Where do we go from there? Yeah. There was a goofy old man who would come. I think his family kicked him out. So he would come for prasadam and then sleep in the prasadam hall, the Nath Mandir. And that's where Madhu Maharaj would have his annual festival also, on the installation of his deities. Big parade. I remember I was walking with Bhakti Bharati Maharaj, and we had honeybees on our garlands. Wow. And he would have and so I asked Maharaj, I said, should I ask Sridhar Maharaj to come down? He says, yes, drag him down. He goes, I mean, everything was an explosion. So I mentioned it to Bhakti Sundar Govinda Maharaj, and he came. He came. And there were about 12, all the existing living sannyasis came and spoke for 3-5 days at that festival. So there was a goofy old man who invited me and Bharati Maharaj to his house for some bizarre food. It's pretty pathetic. And he would come and they would take us out. He wouldn't go home. He would stay and fall asleep at the mud and go home at night, maybe. So one day in the afternoon, he woke up and Bhakti Pramod Puri Maharaj was reading Chaitanya Bhagavat with golden voice. And Bharati Maharaj gives me an elbow. I go, what? What? The old man is crying like the Ganges from hearing Bhakti Pramod Puri Maharaj's katha. So, of all people, he got some bhava. What else? Anybody else have any question that'll prompt my memory somewhat? If anyone has a question, or do you want to go to the next?
You mentioned that you were there for 2 years. Were you in Chaitanya Gaudiya Math for 2 years, like there in Kali Nagar, or where or India 2 years?
Satish Chandra Mukherjee Road.
Okay, wow.
Which was, across the tram lines is Kali Ghat, the temple. We went over there. We started to go over there, but there were a lot of goats being brought. Wealthy Shakta Kali worshippers bring goats for sacrifice. So we said we better go. And there was also at Durga Puja 2 years. I saw Durga Puja on every corner. There's a big Durga Kali Murti made out of straw, and then they dumped for 1 month.
Prabhu, I have a question. You introduced so many kirtans, Bengali kirtans, the melodies and all the different songs of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur to all the devotees at that time during Srila Prabhupada's time. Did you learn a lot of the melodies and the way to sing all these in Chaitanya Gaudiya Math mostly?
There was I forget his title, but Yajagur Maharaj. He didn't need a microphone. He had such a so I follow his way of singing, and Krishna Das Babaji, Akinchana Krishna Das Babaji. One time I was in Vrindavan, and Krishna Das Babaji, he would never speak in any town. He was Mon. But in Vrindavan, I was coming out of some temple. He comes right in my face. He goes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was always chanting Hare Krishna. And then he just, boom, he's gone. But his singing also, that I didn't imitate. That's the thing. I didn't imitate them, but you learn them. And also I knew Bengali by then. So you have to know the meaning of the words. And then you can sing them with proper emphasis or not.
Prabhu, how did you learn Bengali?
Well, when you're in a place where nobody speaks English, you learn pretty quick.
Would you say out of all the places that you stayed at, like when you were in India, you stayed most of the time you stayed there in Kolkata in that mutt? Is that correct?
Well, there was about a year with Sridhar Maharaj and 2 years or more with in Calcutta.
Wow.
Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada came in 1970.
were you with Srila Prabhupada when he met any of his godbrothers?
Sometimes he would always invite them to join, but they didn't.
Okay.
They didn't come. They didn't want to lose their. They were, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
When I was, I built the first kutir on the land in Mayapur, and they were all Muslim craftsmen and artisans that made that kuti grass roof. And one of them, the old timer, he said he saw Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada, and he said he would walk with long steps. And wherever he would sit, it became a picture. He had that memory.
Wonderful.
Arki.
Yeah, if anybody has any questions or anything like that, so you can ask now. I'm looking in the
Here's another question. Can you tell
Yes.
us about the history of making Archana Paddhati and publishing it in English?
I couldn't hear the whole thing.
Can you tell us about the history of compiling Archana Paddhati and publishing it in English?
I was not involved with that book, but
Oh,
I remember when I got the Calcutta temple from the son of a devotee, older man, and on where's that Albert Road, and we installed the deities there, and I was standing next to Prabhupada during the installation arati, and Prabhupada's face was like melting. And I noticed, I said to Prabhupada, I said, they put the flute in backwards. You know, there's a Tamingala at the end of Krishna's flute, so they had it on here. And Prabhupada said, Krishna is all powerful. He can play from either.
thank you.
Yes, interchangeably. So do you want any other?
There's a question many people often ask about the Tulsi mantra, whether it's for Vishnu Bhakti or Krishna Bhakti. So could you tell us your perspective?
The original
what Srila
is,
Prabhupada said?
yeah, the original is in Vishnu Bhakti, but we bypass Vaikuntha, you know, to come to Braja. So we say Krishna Bhakti. Yes, good point.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Acyutānanda. That was very interesting, like very exciting to hear all these very amazing memories. That I think you're probably the only Western devotee to have had any kind of experience like that, like living in the mutts during that time, right? You so we're very lucky to hear this very unique account. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
At
what point was Śrīpāda Swami there? Was he with you or somewhere else?
He came at the end. He came around 1970, and we stayed in a room, my room at the Chaitanya Mutt, Krishna Chaitanya Mutt, is it? For a few days. Then he came to. Also, we deposited the money for the Mayapur land, and then we rented a room, a house, really, and Prabhupada arrived in, I forgot the month, and I took Sanya. I wanted to preach in South India. South India, I knew that you really have to present yourself as a sannyasi. they wouldn't respect so much if you were brahmachari. So I asked the Prabhupada to if I could take sannyas, and he said yes, and Jai Pataka too. So we both took sannyas together in that rented house in Calcutta.
At that time, when you were staying in Chaitanya Gaudiya Math in Kolkata, I think at that time was Śrīla Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī Mahārāja. He was very involved with he was in charge of the magazine, was it? The Vishuddha Chaitanya magazine?
That brings a great memory. It was Bhakti Pramod Puri who did the monthly journal. And one time I was speaking with him in his room, and I bowed down to go after talking with him. And he reached over and touched me on the back. He says, "I touch your body." Like this. So,
wow.
I got that going for me.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. So if you have anything more that you'd like to say, you can. Otherwise, I will give it over to Sundar Gopal. So you can, do you have anything you'd like to add? Or?
Unless there's a question, let's go on with the next
Okay.
speaker.
Okay. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for staying up so late. Also, I know it's very late for you there.
Yeah, it's 10:15.
Okay. All right.
There was a rule that you get up at 4, so, but you don't sleep until 10. One time it was 9:45, and I said, "I'm going to," and no, don't sleep until 10.
Really?
That was another rule. And wake up early and don't sleep until. A lot of dharma was going on there.
Yes.
Brahmachari sadhana.
Yes. Jai Ho.
May you please tell about Bhakti Srila Prabhupada, and how did you and somebody put a chat? There was a question.
Yes.
What does it say?
Oh, Ananta Om is asking, could you please tell us how you met Srila Prabhupada?
Well, I wrote a book about that. I had heard that there was a Swami. I had seen other Swami. Even my mother was in college, and she was her college class took her to a Ramakrishna temple center in Upper Manhattan, Mayavadi, and but then I heard that from someone that there's a Swami downtown here chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare, and I didn't know that. But I went to see, and Prabhupada was sitting on a grass mat on the floor with just saffron robes, no silk, and shining like 1,000 suns. And I thought, and I saw in the window was a card with some Bhagavatam, the first Bhagavatam books, and it said Bhakti Vedanta. I said, okay, because I was doing yoga, and I was a Mayavadi, Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi, Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma, but I had a few things I didn't like. Well, okay, if I'm Brahman and everything, Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma, and everything is Brahman, then why am I still suffering? We come back to square one again. The same question that Sanatana Goswami said, Kayami, Kamatapatrayadhuri. Why am I suffering threefold miseries? So I saw Vedanta, because in all the yoga books and Mayavadi books, Vedanta is the highest thing. So I saw that word Vedanta there. Wow, is it Vedanta? And so I came in and started to come to the classes and chant. And then I became the cook for a while, and then Prabhupada had his heart attack. He had a heart palpitation. Prabhupada had a method, a way of saying, calling it a heart stroke. He didn't have a stroke. Stroke is a brain problem. And some people want to call it a stroke to imply that Prabhupada didn't have some function. of brain. No, his brain was fine. He was working very hard because we didn't know. Prabhupada we said, what is Krishna consciousness? It is the unconditional state, was his answer. So we didn't know if he felt anything. You know, did he get hungry? Did he get sleep? Did he get weak? Did he get what? So then once in a while things would come out, you know. Oh, so and so went away. Well, if you don't tell me, how am I supposed to know? So we got some responsibility to know. Just like we asked after a few months, we said, would you write an article, would Swamiji, would you write an article for Back to Godhead, chief editor-in-chief? And he said, are all your articles based on what I'm teaching you? I said, yes. He says, then I write all the articles. That's the Achinta Beda relationship to Guru.
Very nice, very wonderful. And I just want to mention to all devotees that if Acyutānanda Prabhu has a wonderful book called Blazing Sadhus. And what is the subtitle? And don't trust a holy man who can't dance. Yes. So if anybody would like to get this book, you can find it on Amazon. I just found it on Amazon. Blazing Sadhus.
And the cover is in '67 when Prabhupada first arrived in Calcutta. That's the Mullik family doing kirtan all around us.
Wow, nice. Yeah, so if anybody wants to...
We were invited to Sridhar Maharaj's. See, one thing, in Nectar of Devotion, first time I read it, there's a chapter of Krishna's qualities. One of his qualities is gravity. He's always grave. And I put the book down. I said, well, Krishna is always dancing in Leela, you know. So then I picked up, right then, is it gravity means you do not know what his plans are. You can never know. That's why I don't like it when people say, oh, Prabhupada was probably thinking, no, you don't know. So one day he said, we are invited to Navadvip, pack up, we're going to Navadvip for Sridhar Maharaj's Vyas Puja. I didn't know what that was either. But there was a big assembly at the Chaitanya Saraswat Math in Navadvip. That's a great thing to first arrive. You've heard about Lord Chaitanya, Navadvip, and then you arrive at the train station, it says Navadvip. You know, this is real. And Sridhar Maharaj was sitting, he had come downstairs, he was healthy enough to walk in, and was surrounded by all the Brahmins and Vaishnavas of Navadvip, and maybe elsewhere, and us. And they did arati and garlands. And I used to bring the garlands every year. Even when I was staying with Madhav Raj, I would bring garlands from Calcutta, special garlands. They were like wreaths every year to his Vyas Puja. And at this first Vyas Puja, he said, you probably think that I'm quite arrogant to sit here and listen to you praise me and worship me. I think even an animal in a zoo would be embarrassed to sit here, but I'm only sitting here in place of my Guru Maharaj, who has business on another dimension. And so he could not attend.
Amazing. Wow. Thank you so much, Prabhu. So if anybody wants to hear more of these amazing stories, you can order his book, Blazing Sadhus. Right. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Oh, yes.
One question, or are we done? I
Yeah,
was just wondering,
you can ask.
why Srila Prabhupada, is there any reason why he picked him in particular? Why did he send you to India among all his disciples?
Well, he didn't send me. I was in New York, and we didn't know if Prabhupada would go back to Vrindavan and never come back. So I thought, I'm not going to learn anything from my own other godbrothers. We're only about 1 year initiated. What am I going to do? I tried to get into Canada, and that didn't work out. And I might as well go to Vrindavan. Prabhupada once, he went in June, and then I had a ticket for September. And I once asked Prabhupada, I said, and we would never ask him, to tell the future or anything, supernatural. But I said, will I make it to Vrindavan, do you think? And he said, we will meet again in Braja. Rest assured. And he wasn't talking about Uttar Pradesh, but I did make it to Radha Damodar Temple.
Wonderful. Jai Ho. Thank you so much for Guru.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. Dandavat pranams. So now I'm going to, I'm going to hand it over to Śrīmān Sundar Gopāl Prabhu. Are you there? Are you?
Hare Krishna.
Yes. So if you would like to offer your glorification to your Śrīla Gurudev, here, I'm gonna pin you 1 second. There. And thank you so much, Acyutānanda Prabhu. Dandavat pranams. Thank you. All right, Sundar Gopal Prabhu, you can begin.
Om Ajnana-timirandhasya Gyananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo viṣṇupādaya Shri Gaurapriyaya Murtaya Śrīmate Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī Namini. Vancha kalpataruvasya kripāsindhubhya eva ca patitānaṁ pāvanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. I pay my humble obeisances to the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipable Śrīla Gurudev Jayong viṣṇupāda Śrīpāda Śrīmān Sundar Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī Mahārāja, to my Param Gurudev Śrīla Bhakti Tīrtha Gosvāmī Mahārāja, and to Prabhupada Śrīla Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and to all the Guru Vargas and to all the devotees present here. Today we are observing the 7th disappearance festival of Śrīla Gurudev. So thank you, Madhukar Prabhu, for giving me the opportunity to speak something about Śrīla Gurudev, even though I'm a low person who can hardly glorify my Guru Maharaj, but I will definitely take this opportunity to offer some Pushpanjali to his feet today. I actually noted down few points from yesterday to speak because there are so many things to speak. But today, since it's disappearance day, I would like to focus on how Śrīla Gurudev lived the last years of his life, and I was fortunate enough to observe that very closely while staying near to the Kolkata Math. So every time, during every Ekadashi or any special occasion, Guru Maharaj would go down on the temple hall to speak about the glories of Ekadashi or any other special occasions. And every time, especially I have seen, he would start anything. The first thing he would start with, Granther Arambhe Kori Mongolacharan Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan Tinir Smorone Hoy Bigna Binashan Anayashe Hoy Nije Banchita Puran. And he would give so much stress on it, and for like 5-10 minutes he would speak on that how remembrance of the Vaishnavas is so important. Like all obstructions in the path of devotion and danger will go away with the remembrance of Sri Hari Guru Vaishnavas, and all auspiciousness will come to one's life. And he used to repeat this utterly immediately. And he would say, not Guru only, or not Krishna only, or not Vaishnavas. You have to remember simultaneously 3 of them, Guru, Vaishnavas, and Bhagavan together. And not only during the Katha or during any darshan, he would speak that often. Whoever he would see that how important for us to remember Guru, Vaishnavas, and Bhagavan, because without their grace, we cannot ascend in the path of devotion. So, like, when I joined the Math in 2008, 2009, I remember some devotees, they shared with me some very beautiful kirtans of Śrīla Bhakti Gosvāmī Mahārāja. And I got so attracted to those kirtans that I would repeatedly listen to those. And it was so beautiful. I don't know, I still love those beautiful kirtans of Śrīla Sridhar Maharaj with a very sweet voice and at the same time grave voice when he would say, Gaura Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. So even though I never had the chance to have his darshan or anything, but the same mood I saw inside Srila Gurudev since 2012, at the end of 2012. So every day after performing his afternoon rituals, Annik and all, he would come out of his room to go to his Gurudev's room, to the room of Bhaktivedanta Madhav Goswami Maharaj in Calcutta Math. And when he would come out, he would look very serious with folded hands like this. And he would not speak to anyone. He would just go, even though devotees would be there. But he was in a very deep meditation at that time. He would just utter, Gaura Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Ha Gurudev, Ha Gurudev. And that's the first time I heard, and it came to my mind that I have never seen Bhakti Rasa Sridhar Goswami Maharaj or never heard his voice. But the same voice I heard from the mouth of Srila Gurudev coming like, Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur. Gurudev would just see devotees standing and he would Gaur Hari Bol, but he would be in himself. So that time already Guru Maharaj was around 89 and 90 years old. He was quite pretty old. He would not be able to stand straight like this. He would bend and walk. But still, he would take out 30 to 45 minutes of his time to go inside his Gurudev's room and to worship. First, before entering, like Acyutānanda Prabhu was saying, the Paduka of my Param Gurudev, it's still there, which is outside his room. So Guru Maharaj would first go there, would not just pay pranam from the box. He would make his sevaks to open the box, and he would put his hand inside the paduka like this and would take like this. Not once, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, unless he feels satisfied. He would do that. Then he would go inside. It's not that, every day he has been going there, he's seeing the pictures, he would have skipped. No. So he would go inside the room, he will put his hand like this and would see all through the room, the pictures from the old, if you have seen. So he would go around the pictures and would see all the pictures and would see. And he would keep uttering, Ha Gurudev, Ha Gurudev, Ha Gurudev, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, very grave voice, and a pin drop silence inside the room. So many devotees would stand. And then slowly he would stand in front of his Gurudev's picture. I have seen he was so absorbed in Param Gurudev, so absorbed, he would just stand in front of his Gurudev like this for 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and then he would take a paper. In that paper, it was written on the top, Sri Chaitanya Gauriya Math, registered 35 Satish Mukherjee Road, Kolkata, and then the names of all the presiding deities of the Math. Not only the deities, the Guru Vargas, everything, and also at the end, Tulasi Devi. So he would read, he would put his finger on the paper, Sri Chaitanya Gauriya Math, Sri Chaitanya Gauriya Math, Sri Chaitanya Gauriya Math. This is not ordinary. This is not ordinary. My Gurudev has established this. This is not ordinary. If we think this is ordinary, we will get 0, 0, 0. There will be nothing. So he would stress so much. Nothing he would say that from his own. Every letter, every sentence he would speak, my Gurudev has done this. My Gurudev has said this. My Gurudev has done this. Then he would say, Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Radha Nayana Nath. This is the worshipable deity of my Gurudev. This is not ordinary. This is not ordinary. Srinitai Gauranga. Then he would read the Guru Varga's name. Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. Srila Bhakti Vinod. When he would come to Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he would become more strong. He is not ordinary. We may think him to be an ordinary household person. He is not ordinary. From dawn to dusk, we are singing all the kirtans of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Can we understand his contribution? Can we understand? No, we cannot. No, we cannot. And standing there, I heard from his mouth, he told, Gauriya Math minus Bhakti Vinod Thakur equals to 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. And then a few days later, he spoke a Harikatha, and the title was given, Gauriya Math minus Bhakti Vinod Thakur equals to 0. So he said Bhakti Vinod's contribution is huge in Gaudiya Math. We may say all the kirtans we sing every day from morning to night, all contributions of Śrīla Bhakti Vinod Thakur. So after reading that, he would keep that paper aside, and then he was like in a deep absorption. He would start saying, Ha Gurudev, where you have left me, where you have left me. I am alone. You have left me alone and have left. I cannot see you, Gurudev. I cannot serve you, Gurudev. Ha Gurudev, where you have gone. I mean, I have watched that movie, Nitya-līlā-praviṣṭa Mahaprabhu. I have seen in that movie, because of course I have not seen Mahaprabhu actually. So in that movie, I have seen so beautifully who was the actor. When he even played that role of Mahaprabhu, he was like, Ha Krishna, Ha Krishna. Even a person who will see that, he will also feel so much love or affection for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I mean, when Guru Maharaj was doing that, only thing I could realize now, that after so many years, that the fire of separation from his Gurudev was still burning inside his heart at the age of 90 also. I have never seen a 90-year-old man standing in front of the picture of his Gurudev and shedding tears. Literally every day Guru Maharaj would do that. Every single drop would go down from his cheeks, and he was like, Ha Gurudev, where you have left me? Gurudev, I cannot see you. Gurudev, I cannot serve you. Gurudev, I cannot serve. And only the word which would be heard by everyone, Ha Gurudev, and Ha Gurudev. Then he would go in front of his picture. I mean, with so much, he would never, I mean, like for me, I would just try to do this service very fast and would go. But Guru Maharaj was like, I mean, very slow. And he has taught this to his disciples also. Relating to that one time, I remember when we were all going for Navadvip Dham Parikrama in 2011 or 12. I think 12. So devotees were worrying. In the mic, devotees were announcing, okay, today's Vidyanagar Parikrama, we have to go fast right now, and then we have to come very fast. We do Parikrama very fast and come. So the devotee who was announcing on the mic, he was saying in Bengali, Taratari jabo, taratari ashbo, taratari jabo, taratari ashbo. And Gurudev heard this. And Gurudev woke up during Mangalarti, and he wrote down something, a note, to speak to the devotees. And he was waiting that when he will get the chance, he will speak to that when the devotees will leave for Navadvip Dham Parikrama. Gurudev came to the temple hall in Mayapur, and he was sitting inside, and he was seeing devotees doing Parikrama, and this devotee on the mic saying, Taratari, taratari, taratari. Only he could hear taratari, fast, fast, fast. Gurudev got so angry. That time he was around 89. He stood up from his chair. He didn't need a mic. He didn't need a mic. He just started speaking. I want to say something. I want to say something. Everybody was standstill. I mean, it was like a Nrishingamurti of Guru Maharaj. People were arranging for mic. Guru said, I don't need a mic. And he started speaking in such a loud voice, everybody could hear. I mean, we were all praying to Nrishingadev, okay, Nrishingadev, please calm down, Guru Maharaj, calm down, Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj was like, if we think that we will do things taratari, fast, go parikrama, do fast and come back with the mentality that we have to go to Vidyanagar, do fast parikrama and come back, we can never get the grace of Mahaprabhu. Here in this world, we're not doing anything fast. We will go fast, do that parikrama fast and come back. What will happen? No, take time, try to go there, try to listen to the glorifications, try to know for what reason we are doing parikrama. Taratari, fast things will never give you anything in your life. He was so angry. So he said, no, you are not going anywhere. I want to say something. Then he read out from the note which he wrote, that how Param Gurudev, how Prabhupada, he wrote that how they would do parikrama, how in absorption. And then devotee was completely shut. So whenever I mean, nowadays when I feel that, okay, I have to go to this place, taratari, and come back, then I feel, no. It's like Guru Maharaj said, no taratari, because what will happen? It is for my personal motive. I will just go there fast, do things and come fast. But Guru said, no, by thinking that I will do everything very fast and come back, this is not going to lead you anywhere, because you will think in your mind, oh, I have to come back here. I have to come back here. But the motive is you're going for darshan, you're going for dham parikrama. Your aim and object should be that, not coming back to your room taratari. So he would stand in front of Param Gurudev's picture, and for some time he would cry, he would shed tears, and then he would offer flowers. He would take the flowers, and even each flower he would offer with so much sweetness and very slow. One flower he would take, he would touch it on the feet of his Gurudev in different positions, and then he will keep. Another flower he will take, he will touch on the another feet of Param Gurudev and then will keep. Unless he feels happy and satisfied, he would keep doing that. And we would see how so sweetly, so slowly Guru Maharaj would do. And after offering the flowers, so sweetly he would lift his head up and would see Param Gurudev's face. And then he would shift to the next. Next was also a small picture of Param Gurudev where a brick from his birthplace is kept. So Guru Maharaj would hold the brick and would touch it on his head, hold the brick and would touch it on his head. And constantly from his mouth, Ha Gurudev, saying that he would go inside the room. And going inside the room, there are like many other pictures of Param Gurudev. Even though he has already offered flowers to the picture of Param Gurudev outside, but still he would go and offer flowers to all the pictures inside Param Gurudev's room. I remember there is next to Param Gurudev's bed, there is just this much space, only one person, he has to squeeze himself to go. Gurudev would even go there every day, squeeze himself and would go there and would offer flowers to Param Gurudev. And then when he would touch the bed, and he would miss his Gurudev so much. There is one video also is there, Guru Maharaj touching the bed and trying to feel Param Gurudev's presence, and he just cried down. He just started crying so loudly. And then actually these are very intimate and special moments, so the sevaks sometimes they would close the door. They would not let others see that, because others won't understand, because what Guru Maharaj, at the age of 90, every day shedding tears for his Gurudev. Can you even imagine? The fire of separation was inside Gurudev's heart still that day, and everything he would see. Maybe I would see that my Gurudev has done this or this Vaishnava has done this, but Gurudev would see everything as all done by his Gurudev. He would never think that I have done this or that Vaishnava has done this or happened to that. He would see everything has been done by his Gurudev. And even one time he told in his Harikatha, you may all think and see that we all have done this, but I can see whatever development is happening at Sri Chaitanya Gauriya Math, or whatever good things are happening, that's all by the mercy of my Gurudev and all he is doing. Even I remember during initiations also, such a special person. He never claimed himself to be a guru or that I am the supreme personality you worship. He was like, he would give initiation. Immediately when he is giving you the chanting bits, he's saying, from today, he is your guru. And pointing towards Param Gurudev's room, he will show there. He is your guru. So you first go and pay obeisance there. He is your guru. Because one time I heard from one of the senior disciples in Mayapur during Guru Maharaj's Virahotsav, I heard when Srila Param Gurudev left this world, and when Srila Param Gurudev was about to leave this world, Guru Maharaj left Calcutta, thinking that I will go to Giriraj Govardhan, will take shelter, will do Govardhan Parikrama, will worship Giriraj, and by praying to Giriraj, maybe my Gurudev will be better and he can live long. So with this mentality, he left Calcutta, not thinking, even though Param Gurudev was in his final days. So Gurudev left Calcutta on the train and reached the next day Vrindavan, and directly just he took shower and then he went to Giriraj and started performing worship of Giriraj and doing Giriraj Parikrama. And with the thinking that his Gurudev's health will be better and all. But Gurudev said that after the day he left Calcutta or the day he reached Vrindavan, he was so busy doing Giriraj Parikrama and worshipping for his Gurudev, for his health, betterment of health, that he didn't know what's happening in Calcutta completely. So later, the devotees from Vrindavan Math came running to him, searching where he went. And that time I heard from Guru Maharaj, one small boy was constantly bothering Guru Maharaj when he was doing Govardhan Parikrama. Like, oh Maharaj, please come with us to our house, this, that. And Guru Maharaj said, no, please do not disturb me. I don't want to go anywhere. I'm here for a special purpose. My Gurudev's health is not well. I'm doing Govardhan Parikrama. But that boy would not leave his, association. He would follow Guru Maharaj well. And you know who is that, who later grown up? That's Giriraj Panda. He was that boy. Yes. So he would follow Guru Maharaj and would let, no, you Maharaj, please come to us. And Guru Maharaj would get so annoyed by his behavior, and later Guru Maharaj shared that that was Giriraj Panda who was after Guru Maharaj, that he please come. So Guru Maharaj was doing parikrama, devotees are looking for him, where Guru Maharaj has gone from Vrindavan. They have come and informed that Param Gurudev left this world. Guru Maharaj was in complete shock. I mean, complete shock. He said that for what purpose I have come, so it's, I think, all futile. So Gurudev has finally left. And with that mentality, he thought that he would never go back and would take shelter of Giriraj Govardhan. So, as you know, that Param Gurudev's disappearance festival come before Navadvip Dham Parikrama. So since that time till even Gaur Purnima came, he didn't come. He was always in Giriraj Govardhan, and he would feel extreme separation for his Gurudev there. Then sometimes devotees would come searching him, and please, Tīrtha Maharaj, many sannyasis, his god brothers would come, that you please come to the mat. Nobody is there. Who will take care of everything? Guru Maharaj would not. So he said, no, my Gurudev has now left the world. I have no purpose. I would better take shelter of Giriraj, and I would just perform devotion here. Then after Gaur Purnima, when Puri Maharaj sent the news that you should come and you have to take the responsibility of Sri Chaitanya Gauriya Math, that's what your Gurudev has ordered. So hearing the words of Puri Maharaj, he came to Mayapur. And I remember that from whom I heard this pastime, one sannyasi, senior sannyasi, he said, when few devotees were telling that, no, we don't support Tīrtha Maharaj, this, that, Guru Maharaj stood up. All the disciples of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur were supporting and wanted him to be Acharya, because Param Gurudev, before he left this world, 2-3 years before, he preached everywhere that he will make Śrīla Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Maharaj the Acharya of Sri Chaitanya Gauriya Math. And not only that, Param Gurudev even took opinion from his god brothers that how about making him as the Acharya, and everybody supported that he's the best person. So when some devotees were creating issues, I remembered that Maharaj was telling, your Gurudev so humbly stood up in the Sabha, and with folded hand he says that I do not want to be the Acharya of this month. You make me a sweeper of this mat. Every day I will sweep the floor of my Gurudev mat, and I will stay in one side. You just give me some prasad and I'm happy. I do not want to have any position, anything. And I mean, everybody was like amazed. No, you cannot say like this. And Puri Maharaj took him aside, and I heard Shanta Goswami Maharaj took him aside and scolded him. No, you cannot say like this. You have to take the responsibility of your Gurudev. Even he was, I mean, hesitant to sit on the chair when Bhakti Pramod Puri Maharaj elected him as the Acharya, when the garland was given by Puri Maharaj. Even he was reluctant to sit on the chair. So Guru Maharaj was like that. I mean, he never for one day he said that I am the Guru or I am the Acharya of Sri Chaitanya Gauriya. He would always say, I am the Sevak of Sri Chaitanya Gauriya Math. This is Gurudev's Math, and I am the servant of Sri Gurudev's Math. So these things, I mean, when I hear from the devotees about Gurudev, I mean, so much love for his Gurudev, the main life. That's why Guru Maharaj, I mean, devotees say that he is called the Guru Gata Pran. His life was only for his Gurudev. Because when Srila Gurudev left his house, he was having tremendous attachment and love and affection for his father. I remember every time when his father, I mean, the final day he left his home, his father asked, where are you going? And he said, I'm going to a friend where going to him, I will be highly benefited. And his father thought maybe going to a friend, he will help him in some government jobs. But his father didn't understand that he's going to the mat. And he said that going somewhere, I'm going to get highly benefited. Can you imagine? I mean, now really highly benefited. So when Guru Maharaj's father would write him letters, Gurudev would read those letters. And after reading the letter, he would sit in front of Param Gurudev and would read the letters. And after that, Param Gurudev, when Gurudev would ask, what should I write? Param Gurudev would just say one sentence, you should not reply. Guru Maharaj would shed tears. But he never asked that why I should not reply. 1 letter, 2 letter, 3 letter, 4 letter, because Param Gurudev later shared that he knew that if he will let him reply or let him, reply, there will be some exchanges, and he didn't want to lose Gurudev. He thought that if I will lose Krishna Ballabha Brahmachari, it will be a disaster for me. So several letters came. He would Param Gurudev would make Gurudev read those letters sitting in front of him, and Gurudev would cry. And because in one letter, Gurudev's father is writing, I am writing you so many letters, but still you are not replying. What happened to you? Then he would also ask Param Gurudev, what should I write? Param Gurudev said, you should not reply. One time that happened when he was not getting any reply from his son from, Gurudev's father was not getting any reply. Gurudev's father came down to Calcutta with a friend in search of his son. And when Param Gurudev heard that Tīrtha Maharaj's father has come, Krishna Ballabha Brahmachari's father has come, when he heard this, he called Gurudev inside his room that Krishna Ballabha Brahmachari, you now immediately leave for Puri. But he didn't say that your father has come. Gurudev's father entered the mud from the front gate. Gurudev left the back side of the gate, left for Puri. Can you even imagine? So that same love which after Guru Maharaj was having for his father, when he joined Param Gurudev and Param Gurudev's mission, I think he has that same, maybe more amount of love for Param Gurudev. So he was like always Param Gurudev, Param Gurudev. Even he would sit on the chair. One time, one sannyasi and showed a picture of Param Gurudev. Even for me, if you show me a picture, I will just pay pranam like this. Gurudev would immediately stand up, removing all the table chairs near him, and he would stand up. And he would see the picture and he would then sit. If you just put anything of Param Gurudev in front of him, he was having great reverence, great respect. He would not be able to keep himself sit where he would. He would immediately stand, start paying obeisances. Just a calendar of Param Gurudev. And he would stand, started paying obeisances, started touching the picture, the calendar. Imagine, he would also feel his Gurudev's presence inside the calendar. He would not see that as a calendar. Because anything, when we would see that how each used items of Param Gurudev, he would so delicately, so softly, with so much dedication, he would worship each item. Going inside the room, standing for 45 minutes at that age, 90 years old, and like completely absorbed, and like the fire of separation inside his heart. So many things. Those who were there, they could all witness it. So like this, Guru Maharaj's thing in the last days we would get to see. And Kirtans are so dear to his heart. Now I can understand why Govardhan is so dear to Gurudev. So sometimes when Guru Maharaj would sit inside his room, it was like at the 2012 very end of, when before he started the sickness pastime, he would sit inside his room. Any birds would start chirping or some cold wind would blow. He would immediately start chanting Radha Kunda Tata Kunja Kutira Govardhana Parvata. And one time, our Bhakti Sri Paramādvatī Mahārāja recorded it. When Gurudev just started singing, he just kept the recorder inside his room and left. And like Gurudev in his own world singing Radha Kunda Tata Kunja Kutira, just seeing outside the window from his bhajan kutir, some birds are chirping and anything, and he would immediately feel the environment of Govardhan. Govardhan was so always dear to Gurudev, so always. And that's why one of his favorite kirtan is actually Radha Kunda Tata Kunja Kutira. Whenever. So
wasn't that the kirtan that was being sung when he entered Nitya-līlā also?
Yes. So when he was actually when the doctor was actually seeing from where it was going, he could actually observe it from hand, the nerve. So when it came up to here, they started singing that Radha Kunda Tata Kunja Kutira. That's one of the beautiful, kirtan. And when Guru Maharaj would sing in a very broken voice, it's more sweet. It's there in the website. We are thankful to Paramādvatī Mahārāja, Bhakti Sri Paramādvatī Mahārāja that he recorded it. Great.
And the website, just so for everybody to know, the website is bbtirtha.org. If anybody wants to hear that recording also, bbtirtha.org. Yes.
And Srila Gurudev has always lived as by example. He would, before, in any class, he would say that, okay, whatever I have heard from my Gurudev and from the Guru Vargas, I will speak that. Because I have heard from my Gurudev, he would say, from my Gurudev Śrīla Bhakti Gosvāmī Mahārāja, that if I speak something from my own, it won't bring any auspiciousness or any good to my devotional path. Whatever I have heard from my Guru Vargas or my Gurudev, if I remember that if I speak that, I will get their blessings. So even he would say that. So whatever, so much humility, so much, not even once he was MA in philosophy from Calcutta University, such a highly educated person in those days in 1947. So highly educated, for not even once he has uttered, I have never heard or never he has ever told to anyone that I am MA in philosophy or something like that. I'm so highly educated. No, he would always say, whatever I have heard from my Gurudev or Guru Vargas, I will just remember that. So one occasion, I heard from Bhakti Prasad Paramarthi Maharaj. He is also a disciple of Śrīla Bhakti Tīrtha Gosvāmī Mahārāja. So he associated Guru Maharaj a lot. So one time he said that on a preaching tour, he was with Gurudev. So in the 1980s and 1990s that time, so they were all in a preaching tour, and Maharaj was also with Guru Maharaj that time. So they went to Haldia in West Bengal. It's near one of the villages in West Bengal. So consisting of like 10 to 15 brahmacharis and also Gurudev and some other sannyasis, they all went. So by the invitation of the devotees, those who were not very much economically stable at all, you can say very poor devotees, but they have they have collected monies, accumulated some monies, and have invited Gurudev. And Guru Maharaj would never discriminate and would never say, no, I won't go there, this, that. Coming out from his comfort zone, he would go everywhere. Actually, he never had a comfort zone. I heard that even though he was like 80 years old, he was sleeping on the ground. Then devotees literally had to plead and cry to Gurudev, please sleep on the mattress, please sleep on the bed. Then he would otherwise he was so very much comfortable anywhere and everywhere. I heard also from our Bhakti Rakshak Narayan Maharaj, who used to be our previous Math in charge of Mayapur. He was my Param Gurudev's disciple. He also had the opportunity to serve my Gurudev. He said one time he colored the clothes. It was new to him, dyeing the clothes of sannyasis, and he couldn't do well. So it was like all patch of saffron in white. And he was so scared. The Guru Maharaj was supposed to leave for program. He just left behind the pillow of, underneath the pillow of Gurudev and left. Gurudev didn't see. Gurudev took shower, came to his room. He wore that and went to the program, did program, big program, and came back. And Maharaj was like, Tirtha Maharaj, you went wearing this. He said, why? What is the problem? Oh, then when Gurudev looked, he saw all like round patches on the cloth. He said, oh, this is now a big problem. So Guru Maharaj would not see what you are giving him to eat. Imagine, like the other day we were discussing, Guru Maharaj, doctor told him that he will only be given boiled dalia with little salt, only just boiled dalia, little salt, and ripe papaya cooked, nothing else. 12 years, Guru Maharaj took that prasad evening and morning. Not even once he had complained that why are you serving me this? He would take everything as prasad buddhi, like this is prasad. Even the devotees who would accept the remnants of Gurudev, they would get sick. That why everything same, same dalia and all for that. Imagine for 12 years consecutively, 12 years. Not even for once he had complained that why you are serving me this. Guru Maharaj was like beyond all this. So what I was telling, so they went to Haldia to this program. So some poor devotees, they have actually organized this program, and they were really poor, Maharaj was telling. So now, still if you go to the very rural areas of Bengal, you will see there are 2-story mud house. So those devotees, they were having 2-story mud house, even though climbing up the stairs was difficult in mud house and also climbing down. So they had a nice program, and then the devotees took Guru Maharaj upstairs. So Gurudev climbed up and went upstairs of the mud house. And these Paramādvatī Maharaj and other brahmacharis, they were all honoring prasad sitting on the ground floor. And while honoring prasad, they were criticizing, oh my God, this prasad, that prasad. They were criticizing our prasad, that the prasad is not good, this, that, such big program. And Guru Maharaj heard this. So it took so much difficulty to climb him up the stairs. He again climbed down. When he came down, he became extremely angry and scolded them, saying, immediately stop speaking like this. They are poor people. They have begged alms door to door and have arranged prasadam for all of us. They have cooked according to their capacity and have offered it to the Lord. When the materialistic things of this world is offered to the Lord, it becomes transcendental. And you all are criticizing? So this is Mahaprasad. It's the remnants of the Lord. So honor it thinking that this is the Mahaprasad of the Lord. So then Paramādvatī Maharaj and other Vaishnavas, they were all, shocked. And I remember when Paramādvatī Maharaj was telling this, he was actually crying while telling this, that so nicely he would even scold us, and we were like criticizing Mahaprasad, and he showed us that we should not, even though they are poor, but still they have begged alms and have arranged prasadam for us. Same thing I remember I heard from a senior Punjab devotees. After Navadvip Dham Parikrama, all these devotees would make a huge queue outside Gurudev's room to take darshan before they would go back to their home. So, and Gurudev would speak personally, give prasad. So one time, these Punjabi devotees are very rich and they would like 10,000, 15,000 donation was nothing for them and they would give to Gurudev. Gurudev would not touch any of those. He would just say, okay, just keep it. And he would better engage in talking to them or asking them when they are coming again. So there was one Mataji from Bengal, a widow Mataji, very old, and she was holding 2 rupee coin and standing for Gurudev's darshan. And when she saw that everybody else giving big notes, big money, she felt, she was hesitant to give that 2 rupee coin because it has zero value in front of those big notes. Gurudev could see that and see how Guru Maharaj is omnipotent, omnipresent. I forgot completely. So I think omniscient, yes, sorry, I was not getting the word. So omniscient, that Gurudev left all those big donations. He stood up from his chair and he forwarded his hand to take that 2 rupee donation from that Mataji. Can you imagine her? She is so fortunate, and she gave that 2 rupee, and Gurudev happily took that 2 rupees from the hand of Mataji. And just the last few things I would just like to mention, that Srila Gurudev, before he left this world, he would only say, when some devotees would say, what was Guru Maharaj, what is your last instructions, or something like that, they want to hear some last instructions of Gurudev. He would, before he entered the Sikh pastime, he said that, his last instruction is, whoever is not following the last instructions of his revered Gurudev, the last instructions of Śrīla Bhakti Ballabha Gosvāmī Mahārāja, and he said their bhajan will be destroyed or will be finished. So his last instructions, can you imagine when it also coming to his last instructions, he is saying that those devotees not following the instructions given by my Gurudev, their bhajan will be destroyed. So much of Guru Nishtha, so much absorption for Srila Shri Guru. Never I have seen of course, I have not seen in anyone. When I see, at least I feel that at least if I become a speck of dust or maybe a small particle, my life will be successful. So much of Guru Seva. One time it happened in front of me every day. So when after performing worship of Param Gurudev, when he would also go to take darshan of the deity from the balcony, most of the time the gates were locked and he would not get darshan of the deities in Calcutta. So one time he was standing there and he said that what he cannot give, he can give. So he means his Gurudev's, showing his Gurudev's room. He said that what he cannot give, he is eligible to give you that. So he has so much, so much faith on his Sri Guru, so much. That's why at 90 years also, I have seen Srila Gurudev shedding tears for his Guru. It's so difficult to see, but at the same time, it gives us so much of teaching that how one should be like, one should have the affection, respect, or how should serve their spiritual master. So I think Guru Maharaj is the perfect example for that, how he has whole life served his Guru. Even he is saying that what Krishna cannot give, that my Gurudev can give you. Just wanted to share these things with you from my realization and what I have heard from different devotees. So thank you very much. I hope I don't know, I feel sometimes I'm really fortunate that I have come to the shelter of Srila Gurudev, even though I cannot do any great service for him. Anyway, just coming to his shelter, I feel my life is successful, even though I am incapable of doing anything for him. At least, yes, his mercy is enough. That's all I can say, because I'm a very, I don't know, I'm a very small person in front of such great Acharya like Srila Guru. He has accepted me. That is a big thing for me. I don't desire for him anything more. So, Jai Om viṣṇupāda Śrīmān Sundar Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī Mahārāja ki Tadiyotira Tithi Maha Mahotsav ki Ananta Koti Charani Dandavat Pranam. If I have made any mistake, please forgive me. I'll also my pranams to all the devotees here if I have made any mistake in speaking anything wrong. So please forgive me. Thank you, Mother Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Jai Ho. Hare Krishna Acyutānanda Prabhu. Yes.
I have one more story. In 68, West Bengal, had an election for chief minister, and the winner of the election was Jyoti Bose, CPM, Communist Party of India. He was a complete Gnostic communist. And I came into, there was a Mother Maharaj invited all into, and we composed a telegram to Chief Minister Jyoti Bose, Chief Minister of West Bengal, congratulating him on winning the election. So can you imagine this communist chief minister getting a long telegram? If a telegram comes, congratulate. But if it's, 2 or 3 pages, it's expensive to read that. Congratulating from Sri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math. It was a great vision, political vision for Prachar. Okay.
Durdarshi. Thank you for that, Prabhu. All right, Sundar Gopal Prabhu, that was such a beautiful glorification. I hope this is a regular thing. Like, if you're available on your Guru Maharaj's appearance days and disappearance days in the future, also, I'd love to invite you to continue glorifying like that. It's really wonderful. I'm feeling very inspired here now.
Sundar Gopal Bhai. It's Rupa Manjari Dasi and Rukmini Dasi.
Yes.
And we are listening.
Yes.
Haribol, we just want to say Dandavat Pranam and thank you. It's so nice to see you talking about Srila Gurudev after a long time.
Thank you.
We were listening with Rasaraj Das and Nita.
Oh, my pranams to Rasaraj and to Rukmini and I love Nitai.
Yeah, she's here also. It's her phone actually.
Haribol. All right, so I'm feeling so fortunate that we got to hear all this wonderful katha from Śrīpāda Acyutānanda Prabhu and Śrīmān Sundar Gopāl Prabhu, and now we will end our program. If I know for some people it's very late for those of you on the other side of the world, so if it's too late for you, you can leave now. But I think it'd be nice if we could end with singing. We can sing the Je Anilo Prema-dhana, Karuna Prachur, and then also Radha Kunda Tata, which we just heard was so dear. He was embodying this song, right? So we can, and also this is what was being sung when he entered Nitya-līlā. So we can sing the song and pray that we can also be able to taste one drop of what he was tasting in this kirtan. I mean, that's at least we can aspire for that. So, all right. I'm just going to share my screen and then we'll begin. So, okay, I'm just getting my mridanga and then. One second, I just need to drink some water. Je Anilo Prema-dhana Karuna Prachur Je Anilo Prema-dhana Karuna Prachur Eno Prabhu Kotha Gela Acharya Thakur Eno Prabhu Kotha Gela Acharya Thakur Kaha Mor स्वरूप रूप कहाँ सनातन कहाँ मोर स्वरूप रूप कहाँ सनातन कहाँ दास रघुनाथ पतित पावन कहाँ दास रघुनाथ पतित पावन कहाँ मोर भट्ट जुग कहाँ कविराज कहाँ मोर भट्ट जुग कहाँ कविराज एक काले कोथा गेला गोरा नटराज एक काले कोथा गेला गोरा नटराज पाषाणे कुटिब माथा অনলে পশিব পাষাণে কুটিব মাথা অনলে পশিব গৌরাঙ্গ গুণের নিধি কোথা গেলে পাব ও গৌরাঙ্গ গুণের নিধি কোথা গেলে পাব সেসব সঙ্গীর সঙ্গে যে কইল বিলাস সেসব সঙ্গীর সঙ্গে যে কইল বিলাস সে সঙ্গ না পায়া কাঁদে নরোত্তম দাস সে সঙ্গ না পায়া কাঁদে নরোত্তম দাস যে আনিল প্রেম-ধনা করুণা প্রচুর যে আনিল প্রেম-ধনা করুণা প্রচুর হেন প্রভু কোথা গেলা আচার্য ঠাকুর হেন প্রভু কোথা গেলা আচার্য ঠাকুর ও হেন প্রভু কোথা গেলা ভক্তি বল্লভ গোস্বামী ঠাকুর ও হেন প্রভু কোথা গেলা ভক্তি বল্লভ তীর্থ গোস্বামী ঠাকুর জয় প্রভুপারা জয় প্রভুপারা প্রভুপারা জয় প্রভুপারা জয় সপার্শ্বরা শিল প্রভুপারা সপার্শ্বরা শিল প্রভুপারা জয় ভক্তি দায়িত শিল মাধব গোস্বামী ভক্তি দায়িত শিল মাধব গোস্বামী জয় ভক্তি ভক্তি দায়িত মাধব গোস্বামী ভক্তি দায়িত মাধব গোস্বামী জয় ভক্তি বল্লভ তীর্থ গোস্বামী ভক্তি বল্লভ তীর্থ গোস্বামী জয় ভক্তি বল্লভ তীর্থ গোস্বামী ভক্তি বল্লভ তীর্থ গোস্বামী জয় গুরুদেবা 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 জয় গুরুদেবা জয় গুরুদেবা 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 জয় গুরুদেবা Radha Kunda Tata Kunja Kutira Govardhana Parvata Yamuna Tira Radha Kunda Tata Kunja Kutira Govardhana Parvata Yamuna Tira Kusuma Sarovara Manasa Ganga Kusuma Sarovara Manasa Ganga O Kalinda Nandini Vipulataranga O Kalinda Nandini Vipulataranga Vangshivata Gokula Dhira Samira Vangshivata Gokula Dhira Samira Vrindavana Taru Latika Vanira Vrindavana Taru Latika Vanira Khagamrega Kola Malaya Batasa O Khagamrega Kola Malaya Batasa Mayora Brahmar Murali Vilasa O Mayor Brahmar Murali Vilasa Venu Shringa Padachina Mega Mala Venu Shringa Padachina Mega Mala Vasanta Shashanka Shanka Karatala O Vasanta Shashanka Shanka Karatala Yugala Vilase Anukula Jani Ajugala Vilase Anukul Jani Lila Vilasa Uttipakamani Lila Vilasa Uttipakamani सब छोड़ा तो कहीं नहीं जाओ ये सब छोड़ा तो कहीं नहीं जाओ ओ ये सब छोड़ा तो परान हराओ तुआ उद्दीपक हमारा पराना, तुआ उद्दीपक हमारा पराना। ओ राधा कुंड तट कुंज कुटीरा, गोवर्धन पर्वत यमुना तीरा। राधा कुंड तट कुंज कुटीर, गोवर्धन पर्वत यमुना तीरा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय राधा कुंड जय श्याम कुंड, राधा कुंड जय श्याम कुंड, जय गिरिराज जय गोवर्धन, गिरिराज जय गोवर्धन, जय गोवर्धन जय वृंदावन, गोवर्धन जय वृंदावन। ओ जय गोवर्धन जय वृंदावन, गोवर्धन जय वृंदावन। जय नवद्वीप जय मायापुर, नवद्वीप जय मायापुर, जय नवद्वीप जय मायापुर, नवद्वीप जय। निताय गौर हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल गौर, हरि बोल निताय गौर, हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल निताय गौर, हरि बोल। पतित पावन गुरुदेवे जय दाओ जय दाओ। पतित पावन गुरुदेवे जय दाओ जय दाओ। करुणामय गुरुदेवे जय दाओ जय दाओ। करुणामय गुरुदेवे जय दाओ जय दाओ। पतित पावन प्रभुपादे जय दाओ जय दाओ। पतित पावन पतित पावन प्रभुपादे जय दाओ जय दाओ। करुणामय प्रभुपादे जय दाओ जय दाओ। करुणामय प्रभुपादे जय दाओ जय दाओ। Kishore Das Baba Ji, Jai Dao, Jai Dao. Gaur Kishore Das Baba Ji, Jai Dao, Jai Dao. Oh, Bhakti Vinod Thakure, Jai Dao, Jai Dao. Oh, Bhakti Vinod Thakure, Jai Dao, Jai Dao. Jagannath Das Baba Ji, Jai Dao, Jai Dao. Jagannath Das Baba Ji, Jai Dao, Jai Dao. Gaurangir Bhakta Vrinda, Jai Dao, Jai Dao. Oh, Gaurangir Bhakta Vrinde, Jai Dao, Jai Dao. Shivasa Panditer, Jai Dao, Jai Dao. Shivasa Panditer, Jai Dao, Jai Dao. Gaur Shakti Gadadharer, Jai Dao, Jai Dao. Gaur Shakti Gadadharer, Jai Dao, Jai Dao. Namacharya Haridaser, Jai Dao, Jai Dao. Namacharya Haridaser, Jai Dao, Jai Dao. Sitapati Shri Advaiter, Jai Dao, Jai Dao. Sitapati Shri Advaiter, Jai Dao, Jai Dao. Oh, Patita Pavana Nitya-nanda, Jai Dao, Jai Dao. Patita Pavana Nitya-nanda, Jai Dao, Jai Dao. Karunamoy Nitya-nanda, Jai Dao, Jai Dao. Karunamoy Nitya-nanda, Jai Dao, Jai Dao. Patita Pavan Shri Gaurangir, Jai Dao, Jai Dao. Patita Pavan Shri Gaurangir, Jai Dao, Jai Dao. Karunamoy Shri Gaurangir, Jai Dao, Jai Dao. Karunamoy Shri Gaurangir, Jai Dao, Jai Dao. Nitai Gaurangir, Jai Dao, Jai Dao. Nitai Gaurangir, Jai Dao, Jai Dao. Oh, Patita Pavan Gurudeve, Jai Dao, Jai Dao. Pati Pavan Gurudeve, Jai Dao, Jai Dao. Oh, Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī, Jai Dao, Jai Dao. Oh, Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī, Jai Dao, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jai. Sundar Gopāl Prabhu, would you like to do the Jai Dvani?
Okay. Jai Shri Guru Gauranga
Jai
Gangal
Śrīla Bhakti Ballabha
Hari
Tīrtha
Shri
Gosvāmī Mahārāja
Nayana
ki jai.
Jai viṣṇupāda Shri Sri Tīrtha Gosvāmī Mahārāja ki jai. Jai Shri Chaitanya Gauriya Shata Shri Śrīmān Sundar Gopāl Mahārāja ki jai. Nitya-līlā-praviṣṭa viṣṇupāda Shata Shri Śrīla Bhakti Ballabha Prabhu ki jai. Śrīla Gaurkishora Das Babaji Mahārāja ki jai. Śrīmān Sundar Gopāl ki jai. Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Śrī Jagannath Das Babaji Mahārāja ki jai. Śrīpāda Acyutānanda Prabhu ki jai. Nitya-līlā-praviṣṭa viṣṇupāda Shata Shri Śrīmān Sundar Gopāl Mahārāja ki jai. Nitya-līlā-praviṣṭa viṣṇupāda Shata Shri Śrīla Bhakti Ballabha Gosvāmī Mahārāja ki jai. Nitya-līlā-praviṣṭa viṣṇupāda Shata Shri Śrīla Bhakti Gosvāmī Mahārāja ki jai. Nitya-līlā-praviṣṭa viṣṇupāda Shata Shri Śrīla Bhakti Gosvāmī Mahārāja ki jai. Nitya-līlā-praviṣṭa viṣṇupāda Shata Shri Śrīla Bhakti Gosvāmī Mahārāja ki jai. Nitya-līlā-praviṣṭa viṣṇupāda Shata Shri Śrīla Bhakti Swami Mahārāja ki jai. Nitya-līlā-praviṣṭa viṣṇupāda Shata Shri Śrīla Bhakti Mahārāja ki jai. Nitya-līlā-praviṣṭa viṣṇupāda Shata Shri Śrīmān Sundar Gopāl ki jai. Jai viṣṇupāda Shri Śrīla Bhakti Mahārāja ki jai. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंदो की जय, समागत भक्त वृंदो की मायापुर धाम की जय, श्रील गुरुदेव समाधि मंदिर की जय, श्रील परम गुरुदेव समाधि मंदिर की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद समाधि मंदिर की जय, शापार्षद श्रील प्रभुपाद समाधि मंदिर श्री मायापुर धाम की जय, नवदीप धाम की जय, समागत भक्त वृंदो की जय, श्रील गुरुदेव तिरुभाव तिथि महा महोत्सव की जय, गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल।
Jai Vrindai Tulsi Devai Priyai Keshavasacha Krishna Bhakti Pradadevi Satyavatai Namo Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaiva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Dandavat pranams, dear devotees. So many devotees joined today. I'm very happy so many people were able to hear this. A lot of people had to leave because it is late on the other side of the world. It's very late, but yeah, we were very fortunate to have Acyutānanda Prabhu, and here with us we have Nari Hari Prabhu and Bhavatarani Mataji. Of course, Sundar Gopāl Prabhu, Dandavat pranams. Thank you so much for that wonderful glorification. Anari Krishna Prabhu, Rukmini Didi, Rup Manjari Didi, Rasaraj Prabhu, Nitai, and yeah, the whole family. Hari-ol, Dandavat pranams. Subhadra Didi, Champak Mataji, Gopal Ghanasham Prabhu, Shubhananda Prabhu, Ananta Omji. And let's see, on YouTube and Facebook, I only see the names of people who wrote comments. So yeah, so Prajumna Prabhu, Mantaramurti Mataji, Rasapriya Didi, Sukhi Bhakti Didi, Vangsiwala Prabhu, Raghav Pandit Prabhu, who else? Sidelong glance, whoever that is, Hare Krishna, Amit Dandekar, Krishna Premavati Didi, and I see like 10 other devotees. Dandavat pranams. Thank you so much for joining. And I just want to make one announcement before we end. So on this auspicious day of Śrīla Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī Mahārāja's disappearance day in his centennial year also, on this day, tomorrow, we're going to be concluding our reading of Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat. We've been reading since Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur's appearance day, and we're going to be concluding tomorrow on his disappearance day. And we'll also read from Śrīla Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī Mahārāja's glorification of Srila, from this book, Sri Chaitanya and His Associates. We'll read his glorification of Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur, and maybe do a little arti, have a little program to conclude our Chaitanya Bhagavat reading. And today, since it's such an auspicious day, we're going on. I want to start a program in the evening time every day at 9 p.m. India time on Zoom, and every day I'm going to be going through. I think today would be the best day to start with. We pray that Śrīla Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī Mahārāja, who is completely embodiment of Sharanagati, a renunciation, not renunciation, complete surrender, but more than that. That's just the very tip, like not the very tip. Like, yeah. Anyways, so praying for His mercy, I would like to begin our Sharanagati program, and this is we're going to start our program of going through all of Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Thakur's kirtans. From all the 4 songbooks and songs not in those songbooks. We're going to start that program on May 8th. That's Gadadhar Pandit's appearance day. And we'll start with going through his Sharanagati songs. But this is also now the 6-day countdown to that day, till the 8th. And so every day I want to go through one limb of Sharanagati until we get to Gadadhar Pandit's appearance day. And so if anybody wants to join me for that, I'll send out the link in our WhatsApp group. And if anybody wants access to that WhatsApp group, send me a message or let me know somehow, and then I can send you the link to join that. Actually, no, you can find it if you go to vineofdevotion.com. Look at the top of the page. You'll see something that says Bhakti Vinoda Giti Dhara at the very top of the page. If you click on that, you'll find the link to join the WhatsApp group. And I'll send the link out there, and if anybody wants to join. I'm gonna try to go through 1/3 of the Sharanagati book every day, and also go through the definition verses for each limb of Sharanagati written by Śrīla Bhakti Śrīla Gosvāmī Mahārāja. So that's my plan. If anybody wants to join that. All right. Dandavat pranams. Thank you so much for joining, and look forward to seeing you all tomorrow for our last day of Chaitanya Bhagavat. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for such beautiful programs. I mean, it's really nice. Thank you, Prabhu.
Oh, I'm very grateful, and I hope this isn't just the first time of many times that you join and are able to glorify your Guru Maharaj on these programs. I hope this is a yearly thing. Hare Krishna. Dhanyavad. Right, I'm going to end.